Now we can begin recording. Hello, everybody. My name is not Markiplier, and this is also not Markiplier.
Hi.
We made the escape to Freddy's. It took us 6 months to do it, but we did this. And this video is going to be us playing through the game. I guess the development of it, a lot of stuff about it. Generally, there's just going to be a lot of talking. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you'll hate it. Either way, stick around because you're guaranteed to feel something. Actually, that's not good. Alright. So, let me just look for the list we made of the things we plan to do. Okay. Yeah. I should really plan these things out, but I don't know. I think the improvised nature makes it better. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, the people want to see the real us.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna talk about beta content and also why. But I think basically we should. So, firstly, do we hear the story or do we just, get straight into the gameplay?
I mean,
actually,
I guess we might as well.
Yeah. So, this is gonna look weird in the recording with two songs playing over each other, but this is kind of based off of the Five Nights at Wario's 2 intro, where, you're walking on a trail to your new job at the new Wario's location, and there's text that goes on screen talking about what's going on. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because, in most games you don't really need something like this, but given how specific the scenario this game takes place in is, we figured that we would, at least give some context.
Yeah, it'd be weird to kind of, show a newspaper for this. I mean, I guess maybe not entirely weird, but at the same time, I think it mainly just suits the game better to make an intro like this.
Yeah.
And also Five Nights at Wario's is good.
Heck yeah, it is.
So,
and of course, we used the Freddy Fazbear's logo.
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
I manually edit it to make it so the pupils of the animatronics are closed, so they're black circles. I think it's a very small change, but I think it helps to make them look more manic.
Yeah.
The story of this game, well, there's a bit more to it we can't say now for obvious reasons, but it's pretty simple. You're being chased by this guy who's been stalking you a lot, so you go into this establishment and in a moment of panic you decide to hide in the Freddy suit, but you can't get out, and now you gotta things are going on here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
dying of the plague.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
I made this intro. That did sound for the intro. Okay, I'm just gonna mute my call because, well, I think it's obvious why.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but the thing is, I kind of based that little night intro thing off of multiple things. Obviously, the hello there's are from Wario Land 4, but I did get the idea from Pizza Tower because I really like that game.
Yeah. It's, I mean, obviously, looking at it from an outside perspective, it's why would you just include a Pizza Tower reference? But, if you actually think about it for more than 5 seconds, it's why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Now who looks stupid?
Yeah. Oh, hello, Bonnie.
I feel like something I should bring up about this. Okay, about this game itself. So this initially did not start. This initially had nothing to do with like Turtif.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was basically, like a hey, wait, those FNAF 2 cutscenes, you could just use that for like a gameplay loop, right?
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. Sugar might have actually been there.
Oh, hey, rare sound
sound.
I don't remember. I think it might have been me. Oh, crap. I think it was I don't remember which of us came up with the idea of putting sugar into the game. It might have been me. Like, that image, how do I make this about myself? It's like me, but how do I make this about Turtif? And I pitched the idea, hey, what if we just put sugar in this game?
I think that Sugar was in before it became Escape to Freddy's, though. Like, It was basically like a, hey, we're kind of out of characters, let me shove this in. And then we...
Yeah, it kind of just...
Later, we're like, hey, we should include these other characters, which we'll get to.
Yeah, we will get to them. But I guess while we're here discussing the few mechanics here, the funny thing about this is that Hubba pointed this out, I think yesterday, how this night is almost like the original Turtif 1, where there's like no RNG, well, unless you let the puppet escape. But for this first night, like these little fellows on the side to side are not random. They are always on like a kind of timer, and you can slow them down. I think they can't turn directly at you if you stare at them, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, while staring at them, they can't progress at all.
Yeah.
So...
A lot of characters have gone through, like, changes, which, like, even the puppet, originally the Flash, you've seen it in the development videos, but originally the puppet originally you didn't have the Flash, instead you had, like, a music box mechanic. And, you also had to, like, manually wind it up, and it was good, but the thing is, I think the Flash was probably a better choice in the long run because it's a lot more instantaneous, very steady.
Yeah. The music box was clunky and weird, and I think only rewinded if you were facing dead center, which was like a weird bad attempt at trying to force the player to look forward.
Yeah. And also, I think we got way more mileage out of the Flash by instead of the music box, because like...
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part,
like,
I think Bonnie and Chica remain the same across development. I think in some of my attempts of Frostbite, I asked you to like give them at least a little millisecond before they can kill you with the mask up. But like their whole characters on their own, like they're on both sides of you and they look towards you more and more. Oh crap! Hey, Toy Freddy.
Oh my god, I did not expect you to show up.
Holy crap.
So that is one of the most secret Easter egg characters in this game.
He cannot show up past the first 2 hours.
Yeah, oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, we can actually elaborate on Toy Freddy. He's actually, he's... Okay, so Toy Freddy is kind of based on this thing where I think on Risk Rim's and Eulatim's thumbnails they like made, I guess, reference or like talked about Toy Freddy for some reason. Like on one of Risk Rim's Turtif 1 thumbnails, he put Toy Freddy on there, and in one of Eulatim's Turtif thumbnails, he showed a picture of Power Outage Freddy with the text Toy Freddy beside it. And I was like, hey, what if we just put Toy Freddy in the game as like a secret character? And there he is.
Yeah, honestly, I think that, being candid, if we had encountered that earlier in development, he would just be one of the main characters.
Honestly, yeah. But hey, we've still got time, which we'll see. Holy crap, though! I did not expect us to do that.
Yeah, that's really freaking surprising.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, you can hold down space in the night intro to fast forward. Pretty neat, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So this night. Oh. So there's Sugar.
She's great.
Yeah. She's basically Nightmare Foxy from FNAF 4.
Yeah. Initially, it was actually even closer to Nightmare Foxy, where you could hear her go back and forth in your ears in the vents.
Oh.
But I ended up taking that out because it was like
One
way
second.
too much freaking concentration of mine.
Yeah.
Oh. So, how are you guys doing? How you? How you? Uh-oh. Oh, you're back! Oh, speaking of which, Golden Freddy.
Yeah. Oh, Golden Freddy. I think she was the first
anyone's
character.
seen,
I think she was the first
Yeah,
character ever
I
made.
think she was. Yeah.
Yeah, she
But
was
something
pretty simple.
I didn't get to last night is that I guess the music box would have been a more fitting Freddy reference, but it was ultimately replaced with the Flash and form and like for more utility in terms of making characters.
Yeah.
So
it's generally more. I think the thing is, the music box could work if it was supplemental to the Flash, but
yeah.
I think like if choosing one or the other, I think it was for the best that we went with the Flash.
Yeah, it feels more like you're punching them in the face than just gently serenading them and hoping they leave.
Yeah. Oh, hey, B-Bear.
Whoa!
Okay, so now we can get to this. So this game has a lot of weird new characters. And so this is where the reason for why it's called Escape to Freddy's comes in. A lot of so the thing is, like, there's the whole thing where Tim, when he was playing through FNAF 3 Fanmade, he called it the Escape to Freddy's for some reason. And we don't know why he did that. I don't think anybody does.
Except him, he would never tell.
Yeah, he's too busy making Skibidi toilet videos or whatever the fuck. But like in these thumbnails, for some reason he would like consistently, I guess, like make his own little edits of characters, typically associated with Golden Freddy. Like he put Golden Freddy's face on Balloon Boy. Sorry, Force of Habit. He would put the puppet's face on Golden Freddy. He would generally, and also there's that one where he put Golden Freddy's face on like that one render of Bonnie, who was made by the same artist as like the. I don't know if I can remember his name, but like it's in Turkish 1. There's like this stolen render of Freddy, and it's a Bonnie made by the same artist. Either way, like that's kind of why this game.
Yeah, we saw those and we're like, hey, wait, these should be characters, and so that's how the roster got a lot of it. So that's where B-Bear comes from, and you'll see some upcoming characters in like a bit.
Yeah.
That are also that.
Yeah. We had to do a bit of unholy magic in order to make them actually look appealing, but I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else?
Oh, I guess we could talk about B-Bear's thousands upon thousands of nerfs.
Yes, so the thing is, I playtested the max mode for this game a lot. I did it as sort of just like, hey, if someone wants to, like, beat it, I might as well make sure it's at the very least possible. And I am glad I did, because I think the game, it allows for us to realize a lot of, I guess, problems the game had. And it wasn't terrible. I think if we didn't do those nerfs, it still would have been fine. But there was like a lot of, hey, look at that. There was a lot of pinceling that still happened. And like B-Bear was part of that.
So initially the way he worked was that as soon as he appeared, your flash would not recharge at all. And also, he could appear in any 3 spots.
Yeah.
We nerfed that so he could only appear in the middle. Then we nerfed it so he would make your flashlight recharge slowly rather than not at all. Then we nerfed it so there was a bit of cooldown time before he ends up actually doing that after he appears. So we had to give him a lot of like nerfs because you would get in a position where like he would be there, Sugar would be on one side, and like say Bonnie would be staring at you with the other. You literally could not you couldn't really turn.
Yeah, you can't deal with B-Bear because it means you have to take your mask off and Bonnie can kill you. You can't go over to deal with Bonnie because well, if you look away, then Sugar's gonna steal your mask, and you can't really flash Sugar because B-Bear is currently filibustering your flash. So it was a big problem.
And that can still happen, like in some forms, but it's sort of a consequence of if you're really slow when dealing with them all.
Yeah,
and it's still something you can eventually get out of. You're just like wasting a lot of oxygen by letting it happen.
The whole thing is like basically I think the thing is the game is. I think I initially intended on having characters stall other characters like Charmified, which we do have a lot of inspiration from, and we will elaborate on that later.
Yeah.
But eventually, I think we really managed to turn the game into this interesting thing where the main strategy is to just deal with characters as quickly as you can, like it's a game of prioritization, but also do things fast.
Yeah. Unlike a lot of other games where it can be unclear who you should deal with first, this game's really straightforward about it.
Yes. And, like, the thing is, all the characters have some kind of build-up. Like, there's always, like, when they're about to attack, or maybe they have, like, a couple stages before they get to you. Except for Sugar. I think she's kind of the outlier in that well, I guess maybe she has a little bit of build-up, but for the most part, it's like a whole thing where it's like you have to decide on who would be the best to deal with first. And the answer is always Foxy.
Which we're about to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this night, I will say, introduces Foxy and Freddy. And some of you who haven't played through this game are probably like, hey, wait, how can you fight against Freddy if you're inside an empty Freddy suit?
Yeah.
And that's a very good question.
That's a good question. Yeah.
You'll see.
Oh, man. There he is. I wonder if we'll see any other Easter egg characters, but I don't know if we'll ever, like, do better than Toy Freddy.
If we do, I'll laugh my butt off.
There is one other, and I won't say who, but there's one other little guy that is supposed to appear. Oh! And he's like, I think he can appear, unlike Toy Freddy, he can appear across any of the nights, but like he's way rarer. Yeah. And also a headache if you have to deal with him, but we'll see.
So yeah, Foxy, he runs across, he runs across, you flash him. He's actually been through, I want to say he's actually been through some of the most major reworks of this game. Initially, you would hear him running, and then you would put on your mask, and he would pop up and then leave. This didn't really add much.
Yeah. I mean,
then we made it so that, like, he would appear on the sides, I think. And, like, swap play. Like, Freddy and him would appear on the sides with the other character, with Freddy and Bonnie.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, Chica and Bonnie. And, like, you'd have to stare at Foxy to slow him down, and if he popped up, you had to flash him. It was really weird and clunky.
Yeah.
And Freddy was like you had to flash him to slow him down and put on the mask.
Eventually, we just decided to cut the knot, and like, hey, Foxy's like, running is Foxy's whole thing. Instead, let's just make it so that he runs from this side to the other side, and you need to flash him.
Yeah.
And that worked.
I think that something like that had partially occurred to me, at least in terms of animation, but I was like, man, there's no way we could get this to look good. And then, like, months later, we did, and it looks freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And I blame you.
Yeah.
For making it look amazing.
Yeah. I had to cut out, like, that one weird render of him, right before he's gonna leave Pirate Cove, and it looks very strange, but and when it's like still, but like in the context of him running, I think it actually looks pretty decent.
Yeah. And are we gonna get to see Freddy at all tonight?
Oh hey, I hear him knocking.
Oh, there he is. That banging is not ambience. That is someone.
If you hear 3 knocks, well, I was. Oh hey.
Oh,
hey.
There's Freddy.
There's Freddy.
There she is. Purposefully triggering her. Put on your mask.
Yep.
So Freddy essentially acts as punishment for turning a lot.
Yeah.
Because every time that that she's out of your sight, she advances forward in her phase, and once she leaves her final one, you have to have your mask on and you freaking die.
Yeah. I think I heard him knocking again.
Initially, she kind of looked more like a pudgy marshmallow.
Yeah. I think
there's Big Bear's second phase.
Yeah. I think you said that. So Freddy is based on 2 things. So, like, first and foremost, it's obviously based on like that one rare screen of Freddy that's like that was hue shifted yellow and turned into Golden Freddy's jump scare. Where it's got like the eyes.
And their design was also somewhat based off of a character from another FNAF game. I guess more of a FNAF meme than I ever completed. But they're like, or at least their initial design was. Yeah, it's funny how Freddy and Foxy used to be so obnoxious and like clunky to deal with, and now they're where they are at now.
Hey, look at that!
Hey, our complete.
That sound is actually from Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese. The good one, not the Ratings Team one. Right. That's mean, but it's from the 2015 fan game, and it was kind of just, I think it was mainly put in as a placeholder at first, but I don't know, it kind of grew on me, so I was like, let's keep it in.
Yeah, it's so good. And we've also decided that when we make a Chuck E. Cheese game eventually, we're probably going to have to put in like a FNAF or Turtif 6 a.m. noise to complete the cycle.
Yes, the law of equivalent exchange, as they say.
Yeah.
So, next up, I guess on the why, is that you've probably noticed this by now if you have eyes, but this game is definitely sort of inspired by the game Bondi's Barnyard Safety Violation, where you're in a similar case where you're trapped in a suit and you need to survive a couple of hours. And yeah. So
we love that game.
We love it. Let's make it clear first. We like Bondi's. It's fun. It's a fun time. The graphics are nice. The characters are nice. It's generally just like a fun little time. But there was like a lot of room for improvement of it, is the thing.
Yeah, mostly it just didn't use its setting to its full advantage. Like you may have noticed there's no doors or anything in this game. Like, yeah.
Even camera, which is like the one that takes advantage of it the most, doesn't really do so in an interesting way. It's just a sort of, uh-oh, it's activated, you better stay still, and then it's gone.
Chica and Bonnie are basically 2 cameras that are constantly trying to, like, bash your shins in, so we kind of took that point and ran with it.
Yeah. I think another problem with it was that the oxygen was just kind of too generous. And I'm not saying, like, I didn't want it to be, like, completely ball-busting, but I feel like at the same time, it really felt really easy to consistently get back to 100 oxygen. And that definitely wasn't helped by the fact that dealing with certain characters would give you oxygen back. And it was... I get it. It's just like that. It was generally just kind of too easy was the problem. It's still fun. Like, don't get me wrong. I played it. It's fun. It's a fun game. I just feel like
it's also a freaking gorgeous game.
Yeah, it's really pretty. But I feel like there was just like a lot of room for improvement of it.
Yeah.
What else?
I guess one of the main ways we kind of improved the oxygen system is that rather than basically in this, the longer you have your mask off, the quicker you regain oxygen.
Yeah.
And so if you're only putting it on for little bits at a time, you're not going to be getting enough back. Like, you need to have it off for a substantial amount of time and commit to it, or else you're going to slowly suffocate throughout the night.
Yeah, it really pressures you to like properly stall Bonnie and Chica, and also not fuck up Freddy. And also, I think it kind of it makes Golden Freddy scarier, because I think she's kind of the Golden Freddy. I think is kind of the gut check for how much oxygen you've gained back, because like not only does she take it away, but like she practically forces you to put your mask down, which stops your streak. So it's like a thing where like you gotta go fast. you better be like conserving that stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so night 4. This one we actually have things to talk about this.
Oh, heck yeah.
I will say, this night intro theme, I think I might have been subconsciously influenced. Whoa. Well, technical difficulties, but hey, you get to see one of my awesome jump scares. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at this. Non-lethal characters can so the thing is, how this game works is that there's a bunch of, game over screens. Like if you get killed by a character, you get to see their respective game over screen, and we also found a way to do that for non-lethal characters, where if they contributed to your death in some way, like let's say Foxy kills you while B-Bear is like slowing down your flashlight, then you'll get B-Bear's game over screen.
Yeah.
And they've also and these characters also have secret little lore tidbits and very rare game over lines. Lore. My name is Null. You like lore, don't you?
I love that game.
Yeah. Yeah. This is just basically her showing off her collection of little things.
Yeah.
And she took Mike's fan. Not like it would have helped him warm up, but she took Mike's fan.
She's a kleptomaniac.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically, that's her deal.
And I will say, the jump scares for this game, I think we'll show off more of them in the extras, but like they were fun to work on, if not a little tough. Like Bonnie's and Chica's especially, were really tough because I didn't want to use the FNAF 2 jump scares for them. Like Puppets, I was satisfied with, but the thing is, this was FNAF 1 Bonnie's and FNAF 1 Chica. And I feel like it would be impossible to get away with just using the FNAF 2 jump scares and changing a few things. So, but like the hard part was that the FNAF 1 jump scares are not PNGs like 2's. They're like fully rendered with like the background shaking and such. So, I had to manually cut out like frames of these jump scares and then edit these frames and then assemble them. And like the thing is, I did like what I did do is that I halved the amounts of frames I needed to use. Like let's say there's a jump scare that's like 12 frames long. I would always remove like the second. I would remove every other frame or whatever, so instead I would have 6 frames to work with. I was worried it would look a little jarring, but they look. I'm really happy with how they came out.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Shut up, me. Me is talking.
Me is talking. Pick up phone.
Alright. So.
This 2 new characters on this net, right?
Yeah. There's 2 characters on this night, and I think they might actually be some of our favorites in the game.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh.
that little phone is Golden Bonnie. And, I mean, their mechanic is simple enough. If you ignore... If you ignore their phone too much and don't hang it up, then they start, like, they're very scary to deal with, actually. They immediately drain your oxygen down to half and then start draining it. I was initially, like, a little unsure of using them because... because you had the idea of assigning a dedicated button for hanging up. But, like, the fact that you actually have to hold up your mask in order for him to hang up the call. Oh, hey, Endo 03. I think that was a great choice.
The ETF endoskeleton?
Yeah, that's right. She's based off... Oh, here we go.
But so... Yeah. Yeah, and also, Golden Bonnie actually uses the same button that you use to hang up the phone in All Nights, and also it reminds you of it on screen, so it's not particularly jarring.
Yeah. It was foreshadowed the whole time. Some people it's like a sort of thing where it's like, why do I need to do this in order to hang up the phone calls?
Yeah, it actively makes you... It not only makes you take your mask up to hint at this phone for later, but also so that your mask is up when the night starts. That's optimal.
Yeah. Come on, Foxy.
But alright, Endo 03.
Endo 03 is pretty self-explanatory. Like, hey, there's Endo 01 and 02. And she's based off of, like, the video, she's based off of the video that Eulatim made, where Eulatim showed off the endoskeleton in the prize corner that appears on night 8 of Purchase 1 and never anywhere else.
Yeah, for those not able to really understand what she's saying, she's asking you to, like, take off your mask because it's like an inspection thing. So you gotta do that. It looks out at you. You have, like, a decent amount of time to do it, but, like, because of her forcing off your mask like that, she's, like, one of the more stressful characters.
Yeah.
Because she can lead you to a lot of foul situations if you're not, like, ready.
Yeah. When you're old and ready. You can also stall her timer with counting, which I think was a bug.
No.
It's pretty useful.
Yeah. It doesn't... Yeah, flashing her pushes her number back by 1. It doesn't do a lot, but
it gives you...
is really helpful in...
Woo. Yeah.
There's also, I guess something small to mention trivia side-wise about, I guess say Golden Bonnie is that, his phone doesn't actually make a ringing noise, it makes like a dead tone noise, which is obviously somewhat of a joke about her being a ghost.
Yeah. And obviously, if you listen to the noise he makes, the noise, if you listen to the noise Golden Bonnie makes when you let him activate, they basically, it's the FNAF 1, like, Night 5 phone guy, death garbled. That was not a word.
Yeah.
It's the...
wonder who he could possibly be the ghost of.
Yeah, I wonder who he's a ghost of.
Yeah, I wonder who he... I mean, there's just no characters we can really connect him to.
maybe he reminds me of this guy I met the week before.
Oh my god,
oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Golden Bonnie was based off of another ETF thumbnail.
Yeah.
It's the one I said that has like the stolen render of Bonnie with Golden Freddy's face over it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's also, his design, we've yet to show his design because he really only appears if you let his phone run out, but you'll see it later.
Yeah.
is very based off of, prototype Fredbear from One Night at Springtraps 4.
Yeah. Which I think, if you just looking at this fan games aesthetic, I think you can tell that this is based off of One Night. This is very inspired by the aesthetics of One Night at Springtraps. Anyway, ooh, it's a little chilly in here.
Yeah. So, what this does,
Oh, the Pazwell.
Oh, the Fazwhale. We can hear it.
Cool.
God bless you, Fazwhale.
Yeah.
But what this is actually technically a character. I guess not even technically a character. This is a character, which we will not elaborate on too much for obvious reasons. But just know that it is important.
Yeah.
What this does is, if your oxygen is below half, you begin to start freezing.
Yeah.
And that can't be undone. And once you're fully frozen, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Also this.
This is the Puppeteer. They are based off of another Escape to Freddy's thumbnail where Ulysses put Golden Freddy's face. No, he put the puppet's face over Golden Freddy for once. And they're like, oh hey Shadow Dog. Yeah, he's here too.
So bit of a roll call here for how everyone works, because this is a psychotic scene.
Yeah.
Those little dudes in the middle with the cups are called pups.
Yeah.
And they play a ball game with you. You have
So
to
the
find
thing
the
is,
ball. That's
I don't
the
mean
only way
to,
to
I
get
don't mean to
oxygen back.
interrupt, but I do want to like
go
point
on.
this out. So like, you know how in Bondi's Barnyard, how I had a complaint where defeating characters will give you back oxygen.
Yeah.
Well, the Puppeteer kind of serves as a parody of that. Oh, hello.
Yeah. Not in any mean-spirited way, but yeah, it's during his phase, the only way to get oxygen is to complete that ball game.
Yes. Like it's that. It's very funny in an evil way, and I'm happy you came up with it.
Yeah, me too. Also, the pups are just cute.
Yeah. And then there's and so Sugar and the Puppet are still active, mainly because they just serve to complement this. And Puppeteer will show up from side to side. If he's got his mask on, put your mask on. If he's got it off, look at him with it off. And Shadow Doug is just kind of there to annoy you.
Yeah, he's just there to like distract you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Puppet's still there, because of course it's the Puppeteer, of course he's still there. And Sugar is here because Sugar has zero social boundaries.
Yeah.
By the way, you viewers have probably noticed the ice is slowly coming down from the ceiling. That doesn't really mean anything in terms of mechanics, it's just like a visual thing that we thought looked cool.
Yeah, and also, I'm definitely... this is a psychotic thing to say, but I'm really happy with the way we did Light's death, where it's very atypical of a FNAF death, where instead of, like, I don't know, shooting someone with a gun or stabbing them, he was like, knocked unconscious and trapped in the office with no way to get out. I don't really have a friendly relationship with the Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's so many reasons we chose this track, some of which we will not say, but freaking, it's literally, literally the dawn is about to come up.
Yeah.
And the night is about to, your night stuck in the suit is about to end. It was the coolest thing we could think of. Also, they switched the ball more times.
Yeah.
As the night progresses.
Oh crap. Hey, look at that.
Heck yeah!
That's hour 5.
No
baby.
deaths,
And
technically.
That's how it's done. Yep. Here's the newspaper.
Old fate. or Mike?
I made the newspaper, and I also asked what to specifically use this track for it.
Human Core.
I love this song. Hey, we got a moon! We got a moon!
Heck yeah. It's moons instead of stars because, it's night and it's a spooky blue aesthetic and also Mactonite.
Yeah. It looked cool in Mactonite, so we did it in here.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the extras, though.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, so... These were fun to work on. There's little descriptions at the top right that tell you about each of them. Oh yeah, look at this.
Yeah, the little phones. Oh yeah. There's Golden Bonnie.
Yeah. He's very... He actually really does look like a One-Nighted Springtrap's character when you look at him for long enough.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because he's just like... I don't know, Golden was kind of Hadman's thing. Oh, I miss him so very, very much.
Yeah, he's a huge inspiration to us, like, all the time.
Yeah.
There he is. You can kind of see at the top he has a hat, but it's hard to see in-game in any form.
I think I remember... I don't remember, but he just kind of looked bald without a hat. So it's like, yeah, sure. This'll work. Hey, Shadow Doug. This was a fun design.
Yeah, there he is.
I wanted us to have Shadow Doug... Shadow Doug in some shape or form, but
oh no, Shadow Duck!
The Shadow Duck? But I didn't want...
Don't leak Escape to Freddy's 2!
So the thing is, sorry, my brain's on autopilot right now. I think we wanted to have Shadow Doug in the game, because he's just, shadow animatronics are cool. Like, you see him, you get the point, probably.
Yeah.
He's like a funny little fellow. But like the thing is, we didn't really know whether we wanted to use the design that was more like Toy Bonnie, or whether we wanted to use the one from FNAF 3 fan made, where he's like weirdly lanky, but like he's got like a regular chest. So we eventually just decided to make this design instead. That's just like entirely lanky. And also, he's got no eyes, only teeth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think we got a chance to see these, but these little fellows right here, excuse me, come down whenever you fail, whenever the puppeteer, you do the wrong thing, like if you put the mask on while his is off. It's like, I think, I don't know, I think it was like, hey, we should, 3 strikes and you're out kind of thing, but I want to have like a little graphic. So I decided to like slap these together where it's each of the paper pals holding up a strike.
Yeah, so now they're a canon part of this pizzeria.
Yes, and which I will say, this location is not the FNAF 1 location as you remember it. I won't elaborate on this because, but this is not the FNAF 1 location as you remember it. It has all the same rooms, but it is not just those rooms. Like,
yeah.
Like, and that's kind of what the rare sounds are also supposed to imply. And I guess generally, like, the abundance of characters in this pizzeria is meant to imply that there is, like, way more to this establishment than what is shown here.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're only seeing one room of it. Oh, yeah. Goodbye, Mike.
The ice gets its own. Yeah, goodbye, Mike.
Walter.
The boy.
He's so the thing is, I don't think we'll get to see him. I'm gonna try to like get the cheats so we can show off the one last character. But Walter, I remember I mentioned that. Oh, someone's pounding on the door. Basically, I think you said that he was kind of as an Easter egg character based off of Mortimer from Obletus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it was like he would always show up, but like there wasn't much of a. Oh, it acted really intimidating when he showed up, but there wasn't much of a reason for it because he just shut off other characters and was really easy to deal with. So this is that, but sometimes if you get unlucky, and especially if Foxy is on full AI, he's likely to come out. You just occasionally have to deal with this freak.
Yeah.
As a whole nother threat.
Yeah, he's pretty simple. Basically, he'll have like a rare chance, but like not super rare, to like knock on the door behind you, and if he knocks 3 times, then he'll break out and show up in the middle. And to get rid of him, you gotta flash him. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
He's not too nasty to deal with, but I think he's like still a character where it's like, I don't want to deal with this guy.
Yeah, on top of everything else, especially during Frostbite, it's a bit of a big anxiety spike.
Yeah. It jump scares.
So good. You did such a good job on these.
I think Chica's is probably my favorite, or at least one of my favorites. I don't know. I think the lack of any eyes and the desaturated colors are actually kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. I also like this one. I based it off of like in FNAF World's Foxy.exe game, where basically his face would like progressively open more and more. So I was like, hey, what if I turn that into a jump scare? That was pretty fun. Actually, wait, let me show off Freddy's jump scare. Let's go to the custom hour and activate her.
Okay, nice.
Because there is more to Freddy's jump scare than just the eyes themselves. I did not know you could pull this off, but it was so cool to find out. Yeah. As you can tell from the blood, you don't get the courtesy of being stuffed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Golden Freddy and Golden Bonnie kind of just appear. When you run out of oxygen, I said, hey, what if you run out of oxygen, then you get a little, oh, you know? Oh yeah, here we go. I like this one.
Yeah.
This was tough because like I was basically making a jump scare for an entirely new character. Like, not only do endoskeletons just not have any jump scares, but this is like an entirely new character. So I also, but with a little bit of magic and also the withered Bonnie hand coming towards you, I was able to pull it off relatively well, I think.
Yeah.
This one's you can see a corpse in there, but also it's like, oh hey, this is like a sister location. What is this? Some kind of sister's location?
Human, I remember your sister's location.
Oh yeah, here's Walter.
Walter.
Yeah,
I love him. Question. We don't have to, but can we take I guess somewhat of a brief intermission? Like, is there a way to edit out a portion of this?
I can pause the recording right now.
Okay, yeah, could you do that for a bit?
Yeah. Hello, we're back.
Hello.
So, the thing is, these cheats right here are what we're gonna, like... In order to unlock cheats, you need to beat a certain amount of challenges. In order to get the first one, you need to beat 2 challenges. In order to get the second, you need to beat 4. Nothing is locked behind the max mode, I will say that now. Because, like, I get, like, saying, hey, you did it, for, like, a thing like the max mode, but I've never really been fond blocking anything like a lore cutscene or like an extra gameplay thing behind the max mode, because it's like,
yeah.
I mean, maybe you can do it well, but it just like feels inherently gross. Like,
yeah, especially like given that this game is hard as nails on its max mode.
Yes. I remember the first time I was like messing around with a max mode. I had an entire hour of footage of me not beating it, and that was I think that was the first sign that I was like, okay, we need to change a lot. I still have fond memories of that though. Yeah, look at this. Hey, this is fun.
Yeah, those moons are for each of the 7 challenges. So Frostbite is the traditional max mode.
Yes.
Magenta Side is basically the max mode for the puppeteer, because on only characters that can coexist with him, then the entire night will be him, and it gets even worse than you've seen in other modes.
The thing is, what Hubwab mentioned that later it is into the night with Puppeteer, the longer it'll take for like the pups to like sort the cups and balls, and you know, let's just say, oh, I don't know, it's kind of a lot more extreme in Magenta Side.
Yeah, 3 of what is it? So in normal nights, he activates every other hour, so that's 3 hours. So each one is more difficult. In Magenta Side, he's basically active all 6 hours, so it gets even more difficult than you see, like in other modes.
Yeah, I think the general idea was gotten from I mean, it was just like a sort of silly thing, but it's definitely like a little bit of resemblance to the thing from Charmified, where Hasta La Pasta, where it's just an entire night of having to deal with Pasquale's bullshit.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty
Speaking
fun,
of which, you might want to take the time to put on Nothing But Puppet and show what happens.
Oh yeah, good idea.
When she leaves her box.
Initially, I think Puppet had so initially Puppet was like once she escaped, she'd kill you, but I think there was also this other thing where she'd just get up close and personal to you and you just needed to flash her to send her back or whatever, but...
Yeah, and she would like drain your oxygen. It didn't really work or make sense.
Yeah, but this... Yeah, now you basically gotta play to catch up with her and such.
Her music starts to speed up if you take too long to flash her. So if you're doing it every time you can...
Yeah, she likely won't...
She's not really getting to killing you, but if you take too long, then... Ugh.
Yeah. I would definitely not recommend doing this on Frostbite, because...
Yeah.
Boy. Also, the thing is, like, her speed, like, how quickly she can... There she is. How much she speeds does get faster, like, as the night goes on, so you can't, like, cheese it on, let's say, 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Because there's a likely chance, like, that she will be able to outspeed you, no matter how much you try to stall her. It's really nasty, and I'm really proud of doing it. Well, I didn't do it. I'm proud of you.
This song wasn't really chosen for any particular reason other than it felt like it kind of fit.
Yeah.
So. Oh, a secret line.
Oh. That's cool.
Ah.
Yeah, look at this. Let's play.
Let's
play. Generally, I think we're both really happy with how this game came out. It was a lot of work.
This isn't the one that gives you the lighter, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was like a sort of, I need to beat 2 challenges in order to get the lighter.
Oh no. It's literally challenge 2 and 4. I probably should have done that, actually.
Well, Whoopsie. Well, we get to see Chica's jump scare. Hopefully.
This mode being called Premonition is a reference to it being only the characters from the FNAF 2 cutscenes, and how in that game it was almost like a vision of the future. I still don't know what was up with those in that game.
Yeah, it's very strange, but yeah, this is pretty much like, oh hey, this is the original little video game. You got Chica, Bonnie, Puppet, and Old and Ready. You got all of them. Huh.
Yeah.
Ignore these guys. Look, it's Five Nights Freddy. Five Nights Freddy. I don't think I'll beat Frostbite here.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Mostly because oh wait, Puppet's not in the middle. Ah, dang it. Aw, dang it.
Yep. Sugar stole my man. Rip.
Let's get a rare line, please. Oh.
No.
No. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? But yeah, I'm generally happy with how this game came out, because I think it's like, even if it wasn't detergent, even if it wasn't originally Turtif, I think that's like it's a very interesting sort of whole thing. Actually, I guess we could talk about what we plan to do with ETF now that this game is out. So, simply put, ETF will, in fact, be a series.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to have 4 games, each representing the 4 games from the Return to Freddy's Volume 1. Nothing from Volume 2, but maybe you might see things from Volume 2. Like, dang it. Like, oh, hey, maybe we might, like, throw in a Volume 2 character, like Buster or someone here and there. Because, you know, Buster's neat. I like Buster. But, yeah, ETF2 is going to be a whole series. And it won't necessarily be just like this.
Yeah.
The idea is, I suppose... Oh, no. I'm good at this game, I swear. I swear I'm good at this game. I literally playtested the max mode like 100 times. I don't suck this much. But yeah, I guess if I could describe our direction for this series, is that it's kind of like a 5 Nights at Wario's flavored TRTF series, and also its divergences are going to be very weird, but I really look forward to showing more of them off, because like, you know, this is kind of the TRTF universe, but not exactly. Less of a what if.
If you like this game's weird story and weird new characters, you're not going to be disappointed by the other games, because we're going to keep that out there.
Yeah.
Of course, obviously, like, we're not going to, like, do something like, say, Cut, Sugar, and Doug. Like,
yeah, no. Like, it's still going to be recognizable as TRTF. It'll be more like a what if. Less of a what if of TRTF and more like just a plain what.
Yeah.
And we assure you, this series is gonna get weird. I'm not sure if it'll...
But yeah, consider this the starting cast.
Yes, this is, once the rest of the TRTF series is out, this is gonna be the most comparatively normal one.
Yeah.
Which is funny for multiple reasons. But the point is, it's like, and I am serious, and I'm not. When I said it's like Wario's, I don't mean we're gonna like do what Wario's did with like entities and such. Though I do like Entity 01. But like the whole thing is just, it does a lot of strange things that you would not typically expect to come from a FNAF fan game, and I'm not sure if that should be marketed as bragging. But hey, if you like weird stuff,
I feel like we've earned it.
Yeah. If you like weird stuff, then you've come to the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah. ETF2. We're not going to work on ETF2 immediately, as you probably already know. We're working on like a remake of that old Slender Man game and like finishing it. But like we're not going to work on ETF2 immediately because we have it like the bare basics of it planned out, and it's going to be like a bit more demanding than this one. Like for one, we're moving to Game Maker, and while for Slender Man it's like a sort of, hey, let's try to learn Game Maker while we're learning how to make Slender Man, and if things work out, we can make that in Game Maker instead. But like ETF, inarguable, it like actually needs to be made in Game Maker, and you'll know when it releases. We can't say why, but you will know.
Yeah.
Same goes for the rest of the series, but like ETF2 especially.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey.
Oh,
there he is.
That was Walter, yep. I had a thought a couple seconds ago where I'm like, wait, Foxy is on Max during this night. Is Walter gonna show up? And he does.
Yeah. Oh. It's a rare sound.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rare sounds in this.
Yeah, the ambience was fun to do.
You want to know one thing that I kind of miss from old fan games, though?
Yeah.
I kind of miss, like, when those old fan games would have it so that, like, you know how in FNAF 1, like, there were these, like, golden, if you typed 1987, Golden Freddy was jump scare you? I kind of miss that.
Yeah, not enough people do that in games.
I mean, and, like, I get it. It's kind of like, it's a... Oh, hey. Let's just say the rest of this video will be a little lighter.
Yes, that was the Angry Birds golden egg sound.
Yes.
We're not sorry about that.
Yes. I remember you specifically asked me, hey, can you get the Angry Birds golden egg sound? And I got it.
Yeah.
But hey, that means we can show off the lighter. Let's see. So, Thin Air, I think it was. Which is ironic because it has both the golden characters.
Yeah. So the ice, yeah, it's literally just, hey, here's a mode where you're probably gonna suffocate and die. Have fun with that.
Yeah. So the lighter is like, I guess kind of thematically the music box a little bit.
Yeah. Sorta.
But it's a replacement for the Flash, where instead of it being instantaneous, it's like this little thing where you gotta actually take a little bit of time to open it, and instead of like recharging, it's got a power bar, and it's also got like a bit of input delay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot of input delay, but especially in situations with Foxy, you'll notice.
Yeah, like...
Yeah,
also,
you have to
I
be
think if
really
you
careful
get
with it, because that's not coming back.
Oh, crap. Bruh. I from what I've heard, if you get... Oh, fuck. Hey, I think this is a rare one?
Yep.
Nice. I was gonna say... If you get colder, I think the input delay on the lighter actually gets more extreme.
Yeah.
And I bet you're wondering, viewer, like, what happens when you, how the interaction with Endo 03 happen? This is kind of like a rapid fire flash, and what'll happen with Endo 03? And we'll show you that once we're done.
So good. Yeah, I don't think we mentioned it earlier because the ice hadn't been introduced, but Golden Bonnie, if you let his phone ring, forces you to have oxygen and continues to drain it. Yeah. The ice begins to activate when you are at half oxygen. Yeah. Those two really work together to kill you.
Yeah.
Also, the ice kind of exists as a, like, hey, this oxygen, how about we just make the oxygen even stricter?
Yeah. it was already like a little strict, but here it not only pressures you to have like your oxygen up high, it like makes sure you always have it above half. I guess it's kind of like Pablo in that way, but like it's way scarier than Pablo.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Pablo was an actual character in Bobby 2. Well, you have to like get your oxygen to 100% so he doesn't kill you with his... It was, I guess, kind of shows how much oxygen there is in that game.
Yeah, like, it was very easy to deal with him because you could always get back oxygen really easily. The lighter was... I was actually kind of impressed how you made the lighter work, but I guess like that's the fun part about like simple mechanics, is that you get to have fun little changes.
Yeah.
It basically like changes how you play entirely, but...
Yeah, this game was kind of a preview of what we want to do with cheats as we make games, because like they're just so inherently fun if you give them weird mechanics that just alter stuff.
Yeah.
I guess maybe we should talk about that cheat that didn't make it into the game.
Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be this is the funniest one to explain. So there's this funny little video we like a lot called Foxy is Red by 3 Lane Studios. And basically it's Foxy, the Gmod Splinks Foxy, the 16-ness Foxy, whatever you want to call him, like dancing in a white void while there's like the song going on, and while this guy sings, Foxy, Foxy is a pirate, Foxy is red. It was like very funny. It's a very funny video and we like it a lot. And it's just like, hey, what if we make that into a cheat?
Yeah, also, so initially...
Also, sorry, there's a second part to this. One of our friends made like an alternate version where it's and like replaces every instance of the word red being uttered with like a loud TTS voice saying green.
So initially the mechanic was Foxy would be green or red, and you have to switch your Foxy color device being held in one of your hands to the right color and then flash him.
Yeah.
And it felt really clunky and awkward, so we kind of took it out. But we do have plans to put it back in, and it will be even stupider than prior.
We took it out because like it wasn't fun, but we do have a bit of a crazy idea for it. It's gonna be the stupidest thing,
yeah.
But maybe you might like it. Hey, look at that.
Heck yeah. Oh, time for the next one.
Now this one is actually pretty interesting because it's yet another Turkish reference. I'm just gonna activate Puppet for this one.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so this is the combo meter. Basically how it works is that the more you deal with an animatronic, the more you'll keep it up. Pretty simple, right? But, you know, the problem is, there might be times where maybe you don't have your gunner optics on and you can't lock in. It's like, oh no, there's not enough animatronics coming, so we decided to put in just a tiny little feature that'll like throw you a bone if things aren't going your way.
Yeah.
He throws a bone.
Quite literally.
And who is he, you may wondering? You may be wondering. Well, I guess we might as well show him to you. He's a reference. He's yet another Turchif reference. Nothing that was... I guess he was technically from an Escape to Freddy's video, but hey, let's take a look at him. Oh. I'm just trying to... Uh-oh, I missed your bone. This is Marauder. This is Marauder. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you gotta...
So there's a reference...
that noise again.
Oh, crap. I wasn't fast enough. Oh, yeah. So, Marauder is a reference to a thing in The Return to Freddy's 1, where it kind of had a boss fight on Night 5. Basically, it would be the purple guy equivalent in that game, putting on a golden Freddy suit and attacking you. And in the files of the game, the golden Freddy jump scare that would happen, which was basically like the FNAF 1 Freddy jump scare, hue shifted to yellow. It would be referred to as murderer. And you know, like, this is something that's not really used in a lot of Turf 1 remakes, mostly because like it's very obscure. You wouldn't really think about it much. But like, it's like I thought, hey, what if we put this guy in the game?
Yeah.
And we called him Marauder. That's a funny word, Marauder. Yeah, basically he hates everybody inside this building and wants and enjoys them being, I don't know, tortured or whatever. So that's why the combo meter exists. You're basically entertaining him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fun little thing. Sorry, my leg is falling asleep. Ugh. It's a fun little. Like this is generally like a very fun thing to work on. Like, I've always loved The Return to Freddy's 1. Like, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites of all time objectively, because like, you know, it's not very good, but it's still like a very important fan game to me. I find it really charming. And the fact that like so much of it got to be put in this game. Oh wait, we can see Marauder's jump scare now.
Yeah.
The fact that we like got to represent pretty much all of it in this game is just like, it's so nice. I couldn't have been asked for a better person to work on it with too.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'm so happy that people like this. Like I knew people were gonna like it, but I guess I wasn't expecting it that much, like to the extent.
But no, we did it. We actually. Anyway, check this shit out. I mentioned that, well, just see for yourself, people at home. Give her a second. Inspection damage. You have 5 seconds to open your best. Fire engine detected. Fire protocol initiated. Uh-oh. She activated the sprinklers. So you gotta put on your Freddy mask to prevent the water, because if you get hit by the water, oh god, the water is so cold. Oh wait, I don't have the ice enabled. Oops.
Yeah, usually it freezes you, but also if you try to, you can't put on your lighter unless you have your mask off, because it'll like snuff it out.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Danger. Defective equipment.
Yeah. Can we? I know I'm alright if you don't want to like reveal this too early, but can we talk about like, if nothing else, can we like talk about the story or the lore of Endo 03 or whatever? Because I think it's very interesting.
I'm trying to think of how to put it into vague terms.
You ever heard of photonegative Mickey, folks?
Okay, so I will say that Endo 03 did not start out as an endoskeleton.
Yes.
I don't know how to put it. They did not start out as an individual endoskeleton, and they aren't possessed necessarily, but they are aware through means that aren't normal. Yeah. And I guess that's all I'll say.
And they do know that the other characters here are possessed.
Yeah.
Let's see, was there anything else I wanted to show off? I remember I had one other thing besides Marauder. I suppose I can... I think I made like a custom little intro for Frostbite. Oh, wait. Now
perfect.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. All right, hot and ready, or cold and ready. Cold and ready! Come and get me. All right, now I can show off the last thing I want to show off. So, I mean, I'm just gonna say, you probably expected this guy to be in this game in one way or another. Just give him a second. Man, that Toy Freddy Easter egg, though, like, I did not expect us to get that.
Yeah, me neither. That's like I think the rarest, because at least with the other most rare, you can get it on any night, so you'll eventually run into it, but wow.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad we could actually talk about Toy Freddy.
Yeah, he's a really cool one, really weird.
Yeah. I enjoyed making the design. I think you had the idea of making him gray and have like a pink bow tie. Oh. Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
It's him. And I mean, was there any doubt he'd be here? Like, you know. By the way, yeah. Custom jump scare sound, by the way. I got the idea from a Eulatim video where the FNAF 2 jump scare sound played at the same time as like the A from the minigame. And I thought it sounded pretty neat. So I made it sound like that. Yeah. Like, what was there? I did actually edit the thing where he's like fading in to make his neck a little less girthy. I hate that word.
Yeah.
But
I cannot wait until we can further show off some of the lore of this game, because people are gonna think it's so weird.
It's so strange. Yeah. But yeah. It's him. It is him. He here. Aren't you so happy that he here? I am. I don't know. I don't know if you are. But he here. Yeah, like in the original, I did edit it because like the original Shadow Lockjaw that I like took the image from, he looks like a thumb. He looks like a thumb with like a fedora. The Shadow Thumb. That's
Shadow Finger.
Yeah. Shadow named Finger. Oh, man. Yeah. I think that's it, though. Let me just check our list to make sure we're not missing anything. But I think for the most part, that's everything. That's like every tiny. Let me just check the list. And by the way, we do plan to do more like content updates for this game in the future. Like,
yeah.
In case there's like some sort of patch that if there's like a thing where it's like, oh no, it nukes your computer, we're gonna fix that, of course. But like generally, like I said, we're gonna try to add in the Foxy, a revamped version of the Foxy cheat to make it more fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna
yeah, you're gonna like it. There's gonna be cool things and you're gonna like it.
Yes. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we've gone over pretty much anything. Besides the fact that these party hats are from Five Nights at Fuckboys. That was probably obvious. That was probably obvious, but yeah, this is a fun video to work on. I'm so happy we could talk about it in a format like this, because there's genuinely there was so much that went into this game. Like, this was six months, so that would make
6 months.
6 months. I think we almost managed to like release it on the same day that when you made one of your comments. Let me see here. Yeah, 7/20. So hang on, let me remember how many fingers I have. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So we started this in July, which is
wow.
Yeah, July 20th, and we released this game on January 21st. So like,
dang,
we almost released this like, it's just funny. But yeah, a lot of like thought and effort really went into making this game the best it possibly could have been, and I'm very happy that we were able to make it a reality. Oh man. I'm very excited for us to work on more games. Oh, you can go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. I don't even know if we really have anything else to say.
Yeah, I'm very excited to work on more games in the Escape to Freddy series. And like, once again, I will say we're not working on it immediately. We're doing some planning for it and for the other games. So when we actually begin to work on them, we actually have like a roadmap. Like, okay, we can do this and this and this. We have a bunch of planning, but we're not working on them immediately because we need to use Game Maker, and also we don't want to get tired of ETF. We
gotta do something else that's also cool.
Yeah. But generally, this is fun. This is a fun game. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for playing ETF. And I guess generally just thank you. This is really fun. I hope we get to do more developer commentaries like these.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know how to end the video. If you
look forward to something. I don't know.
All right.
Forward to Five Nights at Slender Man's.
Yeah, look. Yeah,
Retaken.
Five Nights at Slender Man's is our next game. It's based off of an old FNAF fan game that only had a demo and never got finished, and we're gonna try to finish it ourselves. That's gonna be fun.
Heck yeah!
Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah. I guess I'll see you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.